It won't be long before shovels hit the ground to build a new home for the Dynamo.
It's news that can mean a lot more than just a new stadium.
That's right, Jose, Melinda. It is more than just the stadium. It's more houses, more businesses, what some are calling the re-urbanization on the east end of downtown Houston. What was neglected property could soon be prime real estate. I'm Patty Shea. I'll have more on the land rush coming up.
And there's a lot of land just on the edge of downtown Houston just waiting for development, and it's about to get some in the form of a brand new stadium. Fox 26's Patty Shea is live to tell us about the growth that begins with the Dynamo. Patty.
Well, Jose, the east end of downtown Houston hasn't been developed in decades, even though it sits within spitting distance of the skyscrapers. It also sits under the stigma of warehouse district. Well, that's about to change because of what's going up on this property, the future home of the Houston Dynamo, groundbreaking on Saturday. And at least once or twice a day, the east end downtown district is now fielding calls from developers.
Anything that's of this nature is industrial in nature. That is, it's a manufacturing place in particular. Then we have the yellow, which is the housing, which is, as you can see, is kind of congregated here, but it's slowly moving into these areas. And exactly what's happened here is you're seeing the purples disappear. You know, if I'd seen this 5 years ago, it was almost all purple.
Norm Pegram has worked and lived on the east end of downtown for more than 30 years. And in that time, he's seen a lot of changes. But even with each new venue, Toyota Center, Minute Maid Park, this area didn't quite boom. And that's because sports doesn't last all year round. But he thinks the new Dynamo Stadium could be the last piece of the puzzle.
What the Dynamo is going to be is kind of not the core, but certainly a point of energy around it that should stimulate some people to look at this area going, well, they're already got the urban thing kind of going, and now we got the stadium kind of going, and the interactive through the neighborhood with the other stadiums and the George R. now seems to have a nucleus of a potential year-round activity.
What people don't realize about East Downtown is now there's more venues. So you have restaurants, bars, concert locations on the east side of downtown. So, you know, I can think of 5 restaurants within a block from here that people probably don't know about.
Dennis O'Brien was one of the first to buy a loft in this 1920s building 3 years ago, but he's now renting it out for less than his mortgage.
Right after I bought the place, I think there was kind of a drop in value. I mean, you won't find that in the appraisal district, but I know that I couldn't sell it for what I bought it for. So what I'm hoping when the stadium gets built and people start coming to the area, other businesses follow the stadium, they see the potential in the area, and then obviously it'll be easier for me to sell.
Of particular interest to the developers, a 5-block pedestrian promenade that leads right up to the front of the stadium. Melinda, that's when the East End Downtown District thinks interest from developers will really kick in. The stadium is expected to be complete in April of 2012.